Forensic Evidence in Impeachment, Taglish version with scenarios. Panimula, sa anumang impeachment proceeding, kahit sino pa ang opisyal, ang tanong ay hindi sino ang sikat o sino ang gusto ng publiko, kundi ano ang ebidensyang forensiko na pwedeng magpatunay o magpabagsak ng alegasyon? Ang goal natin bilang forensic sciences students ay objectivity, scientific rigor, at critical thinking. Lahat ng scenarios dito ay hypothetical at ginagamit lang para sa teaching simulation. Ay digital forensic evidence, may mga senaryo. Isa, metadata ng emails, messages, or directives. Senaryo may memo na nag-authorize ng controversial procurement. Proponents, gawa ito sa personal laptop, hindi sa official workstation. Metadata shows multiple edits by unknown users. Defense, formatting changes lang yan ng staff. Dalawa, server logs showing unauthorized access. Senaryo, may alegasyon na may nag-alter ng travel records. Logs show login from unusual IP at 2 a.m. Defense, automated backup script lang yan, hindi tao. 3. GPS/geolocation data. Senaryo, sinasabing nasa isang illegal meeting ang opisyal. GPS logs show nasa ibang city siya. Proponents, iniwan lang niya ang phone. 4. Recovery of deleted files. Senaryo, na-recover ang deleted draft ng speech na taliwas sa public statement. Defense, brainstorming notes lang yan, hindi proof of intent. 5. Social media activity logs. Senaryo, may controversial post sa verified account. Proponents, intent to influence investigation. Forensics, scheduled post-pala by staff. 6. CCTV footage. Scenario, witness seen entering restricted office at night. Proponents, collusion. Defense, escorted by security for routine retrieval. 2. Documentary and administrative records with scenarios. 1. Official memos or directives scenario. Memo lacks required signatures. Proponents, bypassed oversight. Defense, pending signatures due to travel. 2. Travel logs and security briefings scenario. Claim, the official ignored a security warning. Logs show briefing delivered during transit. Defense, acknowledged via alternate secure channel. 3. Cabinet meeting minutes. Scenario, minutes show heated debate. Proponents, overruled expert advice. Defense, decision deferred to technical committee. 4. Procurement documents. Scenario, contract awarded to inexperienced company. Proponents, favoritism. Defense, only bidder meeting emergency criteria. 5. Audit reports. Scenario, audit flags 200 million pesos, unaccounted funds. Proponents, corruption. Defense, receipts submitted late due to system outage. 3. Financial forensics with scenarios. 1. Bank records. Scenario, large deposit appears. Proponents, bribery. Defense, loan from family, notarized. 2. SALN discrepancies scenario, property not listed in SALN. Proponents, concealment. Defense, inherited mid-year, next filing pa dapat. 3. Procurement anomalies. Scenario, budget doubled in 6 months. Proponents, kickbacks. Defense, material cost inflation due to typhoon. 4. Transaction mapping scenario, money flows from contractor to shell company to relative. Proponents, corruption. Defense, legitimate business, unrelated to contract. 4. Election-related forensics with scenarios. 1. Forensic examination of ballots. Scenario claim, pre-shaded ballots used. Forensics, no identical shading pressure. Defense, no tampering. 2. Audit logs from vote counting machines. Scenario 7-minute log gap. Proponents, tampering. Defense, power fluctuation documented. 3. Chain of custody documentation scenario. Ballot box arrives with broken seal. Proponents, altered contents. Defense, seal broke during transport, documented immediately. 4. Statistical anomaly detection SENA. Scenario, 100% turnout in a precinct. Proponents, statistically impossible. Defense, small remote community with mandatory attendance tradition. V. Behavioral and decision-making forensics with scenarios. 1. Crisis leadership decisions. Scenario, claim, delayed disaster response. Proponents, negligence. Defense, conflicting intelligence reports, cautious decision. 2. Risk assessments. Scenario, risky operation approved despite warnings. Proponents, recklessness. Defense, warnings outdated, new data supported action. 3. Compliance with constitutional duties. Scenario, claim, failed to certify a required document. Defense, delegated legally to a secretary. 4. Pattern of negligence. Scenario, proponents, repeated absences during key briefings. Defense, attended remotely via secure video link. 6. Chain of custody with scenarios. 1. Documentation of handlers. Scenario, USB passed through 5 offices. Proponents, chain intact. Defense, 2-hour undocumented gap. 2. Secure storage scenario, evidence box stored in unlocked room. Proponents, no tampering. Defense, compromised integrity. 3. Hash value verification scenario. Leaked email differs from official version. Proponents, leaked version is true. Defense, hash mismatch equals altered file. Konklusyon, sa impeachment investigations, hindi sapat ang tesismis, opinion o political noise. Ang tunay na backbone ay forensic science, chain of custody, document integrity, digital authenticity, critical analysis, forensic evidence in impeachment, expanded version, with scenarios. Digital forensic evidence 1. Metadata from emails, messages, or directives. Scenario, a government directive appears to authorize a controversial procurement. Proponents claim it was secretly issued at midnight without proper review. Digital forensics reveals the metadata. The file was created on a personal laptop, not the official workstation. The timestamp shows it was edited multiple times by unknown users. Antagonists counter with a forensic report showing the edits were routine formatting changes by staff. 2. Server logs showing unauthorized access or manipulation scenario. Proponents allege that a senior official accessed a restricted database to alter travel records. Digital forensics shows login attempts from an unusual IP address access outside normal working hours. Defense argues the login came from an automated backup script, not a human user. 3. GPS or geolocation data from government devices. Scenario, a claim arises that the official was present at a meeting where an unlawful order was given. GPS logs from the official's government-issued phone show they were 40 kilometers away at the time. Proponents argue the phone may have been left behind intentionally. 4. Forensic recovery of deleted files scenario. Investigators recovered deleted drafts of speeches or memos that contradict public statements. Defense argues the drafts were brainstorming notes, not evidence of intent. 5. Social media activity logs scenario. A controversial post appears on an official's verified account. Proponents claim it shows intent to influence an ongoing investigation. Digital forensics reveals the post was made by a staffer using scheduled posting software. 6. CCTV footage from government facilities scenario. Footage shows a key witness entering a restricted office late at night. Proponents argue this proves collusion. Defense presents additional footage showing the witness was escorted by security for routine document retrieval. Documentary and administrative records 1. Official memos, executive orders, or directives scenario. A memo authorizing a sensitive operation lacks required signatures. Proponents argue it was intentionally rushed to bypass oversight. Defense produces earlier drafts showing the signatures were pending due to travel schedules. 2. Travel logs and security briefings. Scenario. Proponents claim the official ignored a security warning. Travel logs show the briefing was delivered while the official was in transit. Defense argues the briefing was received and acknowledged through alternate channels. 3. Cabinet meeting minutes. Scenario. Minutes show heated debate over a controversial policy. Proponents argue the official overruled expert advice. Defense presents supplementary notes showing the decision was deferred to a technical committee. 4. Procurement documents. Scenario. A contract is awarded to a company with no track record. Proponents claim favoritism. Defense shows the company was the only bidder meeting emergency procurement criteria. 5. Audit reports scenario. An audit flags 200 million pesos in unaccounted funds. Proponents cite this as evidence of corruption. Defense presents receipts and vouchers that were submitted late due to a system outage. Financial forensics 1. Bank records scenario. A large deposit appears in the official's account. Proponents allege bribery. Defense shows it was a loan from a family member, supported by notarized documents. 2. SALN discrepancies. Scenario. A property appears in the official's name but not in the SALN. Proponents argue concealment. Defense shows the property was inherited mid-year and will appear in the next filing. 3. Procurement anomalies. Scenario. A project budget doubles within 6 months. Proponents claim kickbacks. Defense presents forensic accounting showing inflation in material costs due to a typhoon. 4. Transaction mapping scenario. Money flows from a contractor to a shell company, then to a relative of the official. Proponents argue corruption. Defense argues the relative's business is legitimate and unrelated to the contract. Election-related forensics, if relevant 1. Forensic examination of ballots or ballot images. Scenario. Proponents claim pre-shaded ballots were used. Forensic examiners find no consistent pattern of identical shading pressure. Defense argues this disproves tampering. 2. Audit logs from vote-counting machines. Scenario. A machine shows a 7-minute gap in its log. Proponents argue tampering. Defense shows the gap corresponds to a documented power fluctuation. 3. Chain of custody documentation scenario. A ballot box arrives with a broken seal. Proponents argue the contents were altered. Defense shows the seal broke during transport and was documented immediately. 4. Statistical anomaly detection scenario. A precinct reports 100% voter turnout. Proponents argue this is statistically improbable. Defense shows the precinct is a small, remote community with mandatory attendance traditions, behavioral and decision-making forensics. 1. Leadership decisions during crises. Scenario: proponents argue the official delayed disaster response. Behavioral forensics shows the delay was due to conflicting intelligence reports. Defense argues the decision was cautious, not negligent. Risk assessments scenario. A risky operation was approved despite warnings. Proponents argue recklessness. Defense shows the warnings were outdated and new data supported the decision. 3. Compliance with constitutional duties. Scenario: proponents claim the official failed to certify a required document. Defense shows the certification was delegated legally to a cabinet secretary. 4. Patterns of negligence or willful disregard. Scenario: proponents present a timeline showing repeated absences during key briefings. Defense shows the official attended remotely via secure video link. Chain of custody scenarios. 1. Documentation of every handler. Scenario: a USB drive containing key evidence passes through 5 offices. Proponents argue the chain is intact. Defense points out a 2-hour undocumented gap. 2. Secure storage scenario. A box of documents is stored in an unlocked room. Proponents argue no tampering occurred. Defense argues the evidence is compromised. 3. Hash value matching for digital files. Scenario: a leaked email differs slightly from the official version. Proponents argue the leak shows the true version. Defense shows the hash mismatch proves the leaked file was altered. Conclusion. These scenarios help students understand that forensic evidence is never just a list of items. It is a story, a timeline, and a battle of interpretations. In impeachment inquiries, the strength of the case depends on scientific rigor, proper documentation, transparent methodology, critical thinking.
The Future of Forensic Pathology in the 23rd Century. Hi, I am Noel Manet, one of the 3 certified forensic pathologists in the Philippines, 1998. Today, we will delve into the future of forensic pathology in the 23rd century. To explore the advancements and future trends in forensic pathology as we look ahead to the 23rd century. Artificial intelligence and machine learning will lead us to the widespread use, such as AI algorithms, which will analyze crime scene data and autopsy reports to identify patterns that human pathologists might miss, leading to quicker and more accurate determinations of cause of death. Machine learning models predict potential future crimes based on historical data, helping law enforcement agencies to prevent crimes before they occur as enhanced criminal intelligence. Quantum imaging allows pathologists to visualize the internal structures of the body at a molecular level, providing unprecedented detail in post-mortem examinations. Holographic reconstruction enables virtual autopsies, where pathologists can manipulate 3D models of the body to examine injuries and internal damage without invasive procedures. Nanobots are deployed to perform in vivo autopsies, traveling through the bloodstream to collect tissue samples and analyze them in real time. Nanotechnology-based sensors detect trace amounts of toxins or drugs in the body, providing immediate and accurate toxicology reports. Gene editing techniques are used to identify specific genetic mutations linked to sudden unexplained deaths, providing closure for families and aiding in public health research. CRISPR technology helps to differentiate between natural and synthetic DNA sequences, identifying cases of genetic tampering or bioterrorism. Epigenetic markers reveal the time of death with greater precision by analyzing changes in DNA methylation patterns over time. Epigenetic analysis uncovers environmental exposures, such as pollutants or toxins, that contributed to the individual's death, aiding in environmental justice cases. Microbiome profiling provides insights into the deceased's diet lifestyle, and health conditions, offering clues about their final moments and potential causes of death. Comparative microbiome analysis helps to link suspects to crime scenes by matching microbial signatures found on the body or at the scene. The use of advanced genetic data in forensic investigations raises concerns about the privacy of individuals' genetic information, leading to debates about consent and data protection. Public databases containing genetic information are hacked, compromising the privacy of millions and leading to calls for stricter cybersecurity measures. New laws are enacted to regulate the use of AI and genetic technologies in forensic pathology, ensuring that these tools are used ethically and responsibly. International agreements are established to standardize forensic practices and data sharing across borders, promoting global cooperation in criminal investigations. Transparency initiatives are launched to educate the public about the benefits and limitations of new forensic technologies, building trust and acceptance. Ethical breaches in the use of forensic technologies lead to public outcry and demands for greater oversight and accountability in the field. Furthermore, the application of blockchain technology on the record-keeping of forensic pathology reports and related confidential information. What is your comment?
In the Philippine Islands, the history of crime laboratories dates back to the 1800s. A captivating journey through time that unveils the evolution of forensic science. Join us as we delve into this fascinating narrative. Picture a time in 1800s under Spanish colonial rule. The first seeds of forensic science were sown. Open the door to understanding criminality. Crime labs emerged, equipped with cutting-edge tools, bolstering the fight against crime. The late 20th century witnessed a crime lab revolution. The National Bureau of Investigation's NBI forensic science brought advanced forensic analysis to the forefront. DNA profiling, fingerprint analysis, and ballistics testing became standard procedures. The Philippine Society of Pathologists in 1998 certified the first two forensic pathologists. One of them is Dr. Noel Mane of the NBI and Dr. Raquel Fortune of the University of the Philippines. Presently, there are 3 certified forensic pathologists are waiting to be fully utilized by both the government and the private sectors. As we journey into the 21st century, the Philippines stands at the forefront of forensic science. Scene of Crime Officers SACO of the Philippine National Police was instituted. Today, the crime laboratory landscape is more diversified, with both government and private institutions contributing to justice and truth. The integration of digital forensics, cybercrime investigations, and a network of crime labs nationwide reflects a commitment to safeguarding society. In 2023, the Philippines boasts a rich history of crime laboratories, from their humble beginnings to their state-of-the-art facilities. The story is not just one of technology, but of dedication, innovation, and unwavering commitment to truth and justice. The Forensic Science Practice Upgrade Bill to include an establishment of an independent state-of-the-art forensic science institute is still in the Senate since 1998. Today, many fresh graduates of forensic science degree are waiting to be accepted and absorbed by the mainstream law enforcement agencies and the private sectors, on towards the goal of justice and truth for Filipinos.